I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and we're at the TNNA show in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm here with Drew, the Crochet Dude.
Hi everyone.
And he's going to show you a lot of his new products that are coming out.
Well, I'm very excited because I launched the product line last year, and I had, I think, 16 products, and they were the basic kits and all that kind of stuff. But this year, I brought it up to 41 products, and now it's a little more exciting for me because it's beyond just the basic stuff. And one of the things I'm excited about is I came out with these ergonomic crochet hooks, and you can say they have these really thick handles on them, because if you do repetitive motion with a thin handle, sometimes it's very hard on your muscles. And if you can just get a little bit bigger handle,
bigger grip,
then it doesn't you know, tire you as much, and you don't get as much muscle fatigue.
Right.
So I came out with these, and they go from size B all the way up to size N, and it includes size L, which is kind of hard to find sometimes with some of the hooks. And they're individually sold instead of a kit, so you can just grab your favorite ones. Like I would have an H and I would have an L. Those are the ones I go to all the time.
I would actually have several of each one.
Several of each one. I like the sounds of that.
You know, because you have a project and you got a hook over there, and then you have,
And you know what I also have is I have beaded stitch markers, and on the bottom of them they have a little alpha bead that correspond to the hook sizes. So when you put the project down, you can loop that on the live loop. And then when you come back to it 3 weeks later, you know, oh, I was using a size H, and you can just go, so you're tagging them with the letter of the hook.
So that's something you made for yourself?
That's in my product line.
Oh, it's in your product line.
With my products.
Oh, that's awesome.
That came out in the first run last year.
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
I'm learning so much.
Well, that's what's exciting about when I teamed up with Boye to make my products. You know, I licensed my brand to them. But when we sat down, they said, look, you've crocheted since you were 5. You're the Crochet Dude. You know what you're doing. What do crocheters need? And I had this like once in a lifetime opportunity to bring to market all the things I wish I had had. So it's kind of fun to fill in the blanks. This is a good example of that too. Is I do a lot of purses, and I go to the craft store and I get purse handles, and those purse handles are intended to just be sewn on. You know, so they're red leather, brown leather, bamboo, or whatever, but I like to crochet around them. And so I came out with clear crochet, or clear purse handles meant to be crocheted around. And they're smooth. Kind of like hot glue gun stick smooth, you know, they're tubes. And when you crochet around it, there's no annoying bamboo bumps. And if the stitches do spread a little bit, it doesn't matter because they're clear and you don't see it.
That's a great idea.
Here's one of the purses I did with it. And you can see, it just looks beautiful with it. You know, because you can customize the whole look. It's not like, oh, you slapped on a, you know, a store-bought handle. And this, I have that in circles and in a U shape.
Oh, that's great.
That's fun. I love that. And then I also, a big trend right now is Tunisian lace. And Tunisian lace, use a large Tunisian hook, which is long, and use a thin yarn. And even with a simple Tunisian stitch, it turns into this beautiful lace. But the problem that I saw was that these giant wooden hooks, they're big and they're heavy and they're thick. So I came out with 3 sizes, L, P, and Q, of a Tunisian lace hook, and the handles are hollow aluminum. So they're real light, but they have a 36-inch cord on them, and that's where all your stitches go when you're picking them up. So you can do a giant,
can do an Afghan.
But look, it's only here instead of, you know, this giant heavy thing.
And then it has the little loop, the little stopper at the end.
Stitches from popping off.
Or they call this a lifeline.
It's a lifeline.
I've heard that.
And if you're into, you know, a lot of people are knitting with crochet hooks, and you have to have a line, that might work too if you modify it a little bit. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is the Crochet Dude Bloom Loom, which these little blooms are so much fun. You can use up your yarn. If you use a yarn that changes color, all the petals are different colors. And they make these really, really cute, like an embellishment. Just put this on a hat. Or you can make an entire bedspread with these. You know, it's fun. And these harken back. Everyone's seen a loom like this in their lifetime. These have been around for a while.
Back in the 70s, they were real hot.
Exactly. And it's like this little plastic loom, and it has, you can do double-sided flowers. It's round. It's really great. I've had these at shows, and people come up and they go, oh my gosh, I need 15 of them. I have a birthday party this Saturday. And there's all these girls coming over and they're gonna, you know, I want them to sit down and do something.
Oh,
so it's a lot of fun.
That'd be really fun. Yeah. And then they could actually put them on barrettes and have little things to take home that they made. They'd love that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just like a few of the new things. There's lots of new stuff. My products are available everywhere online and in stores.
Yeah, and we've got them. We're going to have them on the website too.
Awesome.
We've already got some
wonderful.
of them. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. That's great.
Well, is there anything else that you want to mention? Anything in the works or?
I just got back from a cruise. That was a lot of fun. To Bermuda. We did crocheted all the way there, all the way back. That was kind of fun.
That's exciting.
There's nothing else coming up like that. I'm going to be at Stitches Midwest in August. And that's in Chicago, the second week of August. And then I'm going to, I don't know what this fall holds. So I think the next big thing is Stitches Midwest. I'll be teaching classes all weekend. Yep.
So what's your typical day like?
At home?
Yes.
Well, I have my studio in my house, and so, you know, the commute's really short. I get up, I'm usually at work by about 8, and I always have lots of emails to answer and messages on Facebook or Ravelry or wherever they're coming in. So I like to spend some time when I'm waking up to get through some of those. And then I like to do any design work I have to do in the morning, because that's when I'm really fresh and the most excited about stuff, and you know, really want to explore new things. And then after lunch, I'll spend a lot of time doing, you know, it's a business, you know, I'm running a business, and so the business side has to be tended to as much as the creative side, and I like to keep it segregated out. And so I'll spend the afternoon when I'm not as, you know, fresh and creative, doing invoices or whatever kind of paperwork I have to do. And I try to finish work around 3, and then I can kind of, you know, unwind a little bit. And then what I like to do, my big hobby, is I like to cook. And so when you know, I'll think about what am I going to do for dinner, and I'll get out cookbooks. And then when I'm cooking, you know, like some homemade meal, it really helps distract me and decompress, because it's so totally not crochet or fiber. And then after dinner, if I'm sitting down watching my favorite show or something, I'll just get out a project for fun and just, you know, finally do something for fun. You know? So it's a pretty nice day. I enjoy what I do.
So how long have you been able to make a living doing the crochet design?
Well, I started my blog as a hobby. You know, I was just crocheting, and that I wanted to do a blog. I was doing blogs, so I would do it about crochet. I called it the Crochet Dude. That's what some friends were calling me at the time. And some opportunities came up. I started to get noticed. And I saw, you know, I have an art background, and I saw, and I've crocheted since I was 5, so I kind of saw it merging, and it was exciting. And so I explored my options, and it developed along the way. And then I would say I was full-time within about 1.5 years. So in let's say 2007 is when. And then I got the product. I have 10 books, and I got the product line started coming out last year. So that's all come together to make it really a full-time career.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the TV show, of course, helps.
So you're doing what you love.
Yes. And I had no idea that was going to happen. It just took me by surprise. I kind of had, I'm not giving up on art as a living, but I really didn't think of it as an option anymore. You know, when I got out of art school, it's like, oh, what are you going to do? Curate a museum? Or, you know, it's a tough row to hoe. You know, so I kind of settled into a lifestyle that, well, art was just for fun. And crochet was just, you know, a hobby. So it's been a very nice development. You know, like,
that's
wow.
awesome. It's great. It's been great for me too.
Good. It's a great job.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you. It's so nice to see you.
It's great talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.